What's up, YouTube? This is B-Rock1990, and for the first time that I'm going out of the Yu-Gi-Oh state, and I'm gonna do Magic the Gathering states. So here, this is my deck I call Forest Fire because I run as forest and fire. I mean mountains and islands, so I just call it Forest Fire because it's fires and grass. So in my Forest Fire deck, it's basically I get beatdowns, I get like some defense, like this guy here, he can't be countered, nor any of my 5 or higher get countered. Get attacks as fast as I can, the whole such. So, but the thing I'm gonna do with this deck is I'm not gonna show every single card. I'm just showing like my top ace, my 3 ace cards. So my aces cards are Spellbreaker Behemoth, the Hellkite Charger, and one of my favorite Viashanos is Thunder Thrash Elder. I'm gonna get started with, I'm gonna save the best for last. Viashano Thrash, the Thunder Thrash Elder. What I like about him is he has a. I'm not a pro at Magic the Gathering, but I love it's kind of interesting Magic the Gathering. I think Magic the Gathering is better than Yu-Gi-Oh because one, it's very skilled. Two, like tournaments are better than Yu-Gi-Oh. Three, well, it's a long list. Yu-Gi-Oh is just herp derp. That's it. That's all I can say. So, anyways, I would say fuck Yu-Gi-Oh. I play it because of the fact I just play for fun, go to tournaments with it. I mean, if I go to a tournament with Magic Guy, I'll be screwed over my ass. So, yeah. Anyways, Thunder Thrash Elder. He has a Devour 3. Basically, though, every time he devours, it's gonna be a 3. So, and he gets 1/1 counters on it. So instead of making him a 2/2, it's gonna become a 4/4 if he devours 1. Devours 2 becomes a 7/7. Devours 3 becomes a 10/10. So this his summoning condition is pretty easy. Just need 2 randoms and a fire and a mountain. That's it. So it's kind of easy to summon him. His Devour's effects is pretty beast. Makes him a big beater, but he doesn't have. That's all he is. He just becomes a big beater. Just doesn't have that better effects like I can't be countered or all that. So, however, the last card after this I'm going to talk about is what's going to help him. But at a scale of 1 to 5, I'll give him a 4 just because it doesn't have any other kind of better effects. Next up is for him, he doesn't have like haste or can't be countered kind of effects. So that's the thing. Next up is Hellkite Charger. Hellkite Charger is by far a pretty awesome dragon guy. I mean, he's got flying, he's got haste, and like if I pay the mana of 5 randoms and 2 mountains, I get to get untap all attacking creatures, and after this phase, there's an additional combat phase, so I could just swing another for game. I could say for this one. So honestly, Hellkite Charger's beast. His summon conditions, you need 2 mountains and 4 randoms. This is gonna take some time because this deck here is pretty big. No sleeves on it. I know it sucks to have no sleeves for it, but I really do but once you get him out and you got more mana to pay off for it, he'll be well worth it if you can survive at least. So that's the thing, because I might change it up a bit, put it in my vampires deck and mix it up with my vampires I have in that Ziploc bag I just showed you. But really though, I really like this guy, so I'm giving him I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 5 because this is what I like him more than Thunder Thrash Elder, because he's got the effects that I'm hoping for. He's got the flying, so you need to find spider decks that can block him. He has haste, he can attack when he summons, so he has no summon sickness, he can just attack, and that he can make an additional combat phase if I pay this amount of mana. So he's a basic 6 out of 5. So I'm gonna say more. And one of my favorites is Spellbreaker Behemoth. This is originally my brother, same as Thunder Thrash Elder was my brother's. But he gave it to me since he made a pure swamp vampires. Um, Spellbreaker Behemoth. He can't be countered. That's pretty beast. And also, creature spells you control with power 5 or greater can't be countered. So, I honestly believe that this guy is a complete. He's not complete, but he's really good. Like, say there's this card I have in here that has something to do with quest counters. I forgot, where is it? Here it is. I think it's called Zendikar Shrine. I think that's a creature spell because I get if I get the 3 counters on it, remove it, so I can get a 7/1 red elemental. Oh, okay, never mind. I don't think that's it. But anyways, this guy is really good. If you got creature spells that has greater than 5, then they pretty much can't be countered. That's what's really good about I love about this guy. He won't be able to get countered. So water deck. So he just basically pisses on water decks, because water decks are islands are the biggest trolls in Magic the Gathering. I'm not gonna lie to you, and they have a shitload of counters. So with him coming out, it's like water can't do shit unless they have that mind control. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh reference mind control for it. Then yeah, they can get them basically. And if it's permanent too, then you're screwed. So I really do like this guy. I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 5 because he cannot be countered, and he also gives those creatures that are 5 or higher can't be countered effects. So these 3 are basically my ace cards of my Forest Fire deck. And in addition, I do have some others that I like, such as my Bloodbraid Elf is one of them. I mean, she is a very amazing card. My Razor Swine. There's another one I have. Deadshot Minotaur. This guy is really good against flyers, and it also has a cycling ability, so that's like two good cards in one. If I have a multiples of him, I can like do what you call it, discard and at the same time beat up flyers. Valley Remnant is one of them. Elvish Visionary. I have like multiple doubles of him. This is like one of my favorite forests, Big Beacon Behemoth. And these are monsters. There's another one. Okay. Mastodon is one of them. God Tracker of Jund. Gorgia Worm. Like these guys I have in these piles here. I really do like these guys. Here's the reason. Gorgia Worm, it has to devour. So like I like mad cards I like are like devourers. It's like I sacrifice to make him stronger, so that's what I like about him is a devourer, but it's a 1. God Tracker of Jund. Whenever a creature with 5 power, 5 or greater comes into play under your control, I get to put a 1/1 counter on the God Tracker of Jund. So basically, if I put out more 5 or higher monsters I get, the more powerful he becomes. That's what I like about him. The Elvish Visionary. Once I summon her, I get to draw a card, so it gives me some drawback to it, but I need multiples of her. The Territorial Baloth. Whenever land enters the battlefield under my control, he gets 2/2 counters until the end of the turn. So I really do like him. It's like it gives me some time. It gives me some times. Mastodon. I can make, if I pay a mana for him with his effect, I get to give one creature the ability to trample to the end of the turn. So I like that. So if it's gonna block, I'll trample on you. That's good. I pierce you. It's like I'll bore you basically. Beacon Behemoth. What I like about him is this: if I pay one mana, a random mana, I get to target creature with 5 or higher gets the ability of Vigilance, which basically in Magic terms, Vigilance is you can attack it without tapping it. So that's basically how it comes down to. So like this is one of my favorite forest monsters. I have double of these. The Valley Remnants is that Mountain Cycling, by paying 2 manas, I get to discard this, and I could search my library for a mountain or forest card, reveal it, and put it in my hand. Then shuffle my library or deck in Magic terms. So yeah, Valley Remnant is a really good card. I really do like this guy. I mean, and I have double of him. I get to pick a fire and a forest at the same time. So like this, so I can search out. Second part is I can only search out for 1. So I pay 2 mana just to search out for 1. That's okay though. I mean, if you search out for many and it can be on the field untapped, then that's pretty messed up. But still, this guy I really like him. Good guy. I recommend if you go play forest with fires, mountains and forest. Bloodbraid Elf has the haste ability and cascade. So basically, I will mill off before till I get a non-land card that costs less than her summoning conditions. So let's say I mill this one, like her effect, I mill Razor Spine, I get to special summon it without paying its cost. So this is what I love about Bloodbraid Elf, and this is why I would say she's a staple for every forest, mountain and forest decks to get combined. Next up, Razor Swine. Razor Swine has a first strike, so once he attacks, he will hit first before your opponent will get to attack. And at the same time, he got the Infect ability, which basically means this creature can deal damage to creatures in the form of 1/1 counter, -1 counters, and to players in the form of the poison counters. So basically, I get to poison them a turn. Oh wait, I don't think it says a turn, but I'm not sure. I haven't used as much of abilities. And finally, Deadshot Minotaur. When he comes in the field, I get to give 3 damage to a flying creature, because from here he's got the slingshot with a boulder on it. He's very accurate, so that's what I love about with Deadshot Minotaur. And plus he has the cycling ability, so I get to discard it and I get to pick out for a mountain or a forest. But at the same time, if I pay the mana to cycle him, and at the same time if I discard him to pay the mana, I get to draw a card. So basically this deck I build here is all on some draw power, get me land as fast as possible, big beaters, and also at the same time inflict burn damage, because that's mountains, it's all fire, burn damage. So this is like my whole deck, my whole library of Magic. So yes, like this is the first time I ever did something with Magic, and hopefully I could do more Magics if I get more decks. So my Forest Fire deck, Forest Mountains, well whatever you go, yeah, Forest Fire. So this is Billboard Charting 1990 signing off.